So we are talking panty liners for discharge and only discharge. And I have to say, girls, I was shocked by the results. 4,000 women answered the poll. And I couldn't believe my eyes, girls. Over 50% of you use panty liners for discharge, like normal discharge. 36% of you use them all the time. So obviously, I'm not in agreement, so I'm going to put my argument forward. But first, I'm going to tell you why you think you need them. This was one of the most common answers. But staining of your underwear is actually really normal from discharge. It's due to the pH balance being a little bit acidic. You put it in the washing machine, it mixes with your detergent, and it causes a little bleach stain. Not dirty, don't throw them away, no one's looking. This makes me so sad. You are clean. Discharge is totally normal, and that's in fact what underwear are for. So we would always recommend cotton underwear because it's breathable, it's natural, and it lets air get in. The whole point of feeling fresher is completely the opposite. When you're wearing pads, it can actually affect your pH, it can affect odour, it can trap the sweat and trap the discharge. So it actually can be bad for your microbiome and actually make you more susceptible to things like thrush and BV. Oh, the beautiful egg white discharge that is ovulatory discharge that helps the little sperm get up there. Enjoy it while you can, because as we age, we lose it. It is totally normal. It is not smelly. Let it out. So dampness in your pants, like again, should be kind of normal. I think if a lot of women don't have any hair down there, it's not absorbing the sweat and it's not absorbing the dampness, and you might be more aware of it. But if your underwear is a little bit damp, I just don't think we should be like, wear pads, 1, 2, 3 of them a day just for that little bit of dampness. Think of the landfill. So in terms of pubic hair fashions and trends, only 70% are going au naturel, right? That's fine. You can do what you want. However, pubic hair has a very special function. It does absorb discharge, it does absorb sweat, and it stops nasty things, bacteria getting in. So we could possibly consider, is the lack of pubic hair something to do with how wet the pants feel and how much discharge you feel and how uncomfortable it is? It's possible. So we can see that hormonal changes can really affect your discharge. And look, when you're pregnant, you're pregnant. And yes, there could be a lot of discharge there. And also other hormonal changes. So being on a pill, getting the coil, perimenopause, menopause, after babies. But genuinely, if it's hormones causing this, I suppose we have to consider, do these hormones suit you? And is there any antidote? You all know I'm obsessed with vaginal estrogen. For some of you, a little local estrogen in the vagina could make all the difference to odours, sweating, and extra discharge if it's a hormonal imbalance. And for some of you, it might be actually stopping things like the pill that are causing it, that are just not agreeing with you. While discharge is absolutely normal and it can become more profuse during ovulation, we also have to be aware it could be a sign of an infection, like I said, a hormone imbalance. So if you do have quite a strong odour, you should be seeing your GP or a gynecologist for swabs and making sure everything's okay. Not just using pads every day. And girls, believe it or not, I'm not just trying to be a Karen here. And Karens, I love you. I hate that term, but I'm not. It's because I care about you. I care about our environment. I care how much you're spending on things. And I just want to normalise, like, discharge in your pants is normal. And if no one's out there telling you so, how are you supposed to know, right? So that's why I don't want you just using pads because you think it's fresher and cleaner and there's a little stain on your underwear. That happens to everyone. It's totally normal. But if you feel like you need solutions beyond just putting up with it, I have some. So firstly, rather than discharge, if you think it's more of a sweat issue and you're noticing sweat in all parts of your body and it's stinking a bit, very common when we go through hormonal changes, a little bit of caldacine or talc around your labia and around your groin could just absorb that up and you don't need a pad. Period pants. They're getting so popular. They're reusable, they're more sustainable, better for the environment. And it's going to cost you a lot less if you buy 7 of them and you just wash them every week, and then you don't have to worry. It'll just absorb the discharge. There's also such a thing called incontinence underwear, which I've spoken about before, which again have built-in pads and you wash them up to 400 times. Okay, these ones are massive, so I don't want to put you off, but they would be perfect for discharge. So look, after all of this, maybe I haven't changed your mind and you just think I'm on a rant. So look, you know, do what you want, but I'd like to influence you all to stop using panty liners for discharge.